Hello everyone. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Yes, we have Sadie back on mocked up again today. I hope you guys are not sick and tired of me yet, because you're gonna have me and Sadie all week this week. It's just gonna be us. We're taking it old school. We are crafting here with you guys. Sadie is going to be producing behind the camera, on the mic, co-hosting for us. So she's doing a lot of different jobs back there, but it is just going to be me with you this week, and we're going to have some really good, we've got some really good crafts lined up.
Yes,
So
good.
I love seeing you all here with us. Jill says never. Well, I literally just told Sadie, I said, I hope these people aren't sick of me yet, because I'm getting sick of myself already. So yeah. I mean, I'm not getting sick of myself, but it's just us. So let's talk about today. Today's project, we are going to be really simplifying your Christmas card. Let's say, I don't want to say, what am I trying to say? We're going to simplify all of the work that it goes into creating and addressing Christmas cards, because that is really an act of love, labeling all of those, writing down addresses. So what I'm going to be teaching you today is I'm going to be teaching you how you can simplify this and let your Cricut do all of the work. So I hope you're ready. This is going to be an absolutely amazing live. But before we get started, y'all, I have some great news for you guys. I feel like we've hinted around a little bit. We've talked about it here and there, but this is going to be the official announcement. We're doing a huge Christmas boot camp. So you all need to put it down on your calendar. November the 6th through the 11th. I had to count up the days. November the 6th through the 11th, we are doing a Christmas boot camp. All things Christmas. It is going to be absolutely amazing. So if you are new here and you want to get prepared for this Christmas boot camp, now the way that we have done it, the last few times we've done boot camp, we have done it, you give us your email, we send you the supply list and the cut files that you need. We're taking it back old school this time, and we're actually going to be giving you all the supply list ahead of time. So that's going to be coming to your email very soon. However, if you are not a member, they're not bad part, but the part about this boot camp is we're not giving the files away to everyone. We're actually going to, if you want to, it's 6th through the 10th, not the 11th. My bad. But we are doing things a little different. So if you are not a member, but you still want to participate in boot camp, you can sign up for $1 and get 20 downloads and download every file that you're going to need for boot camp through signing up for $1. So we do have that $1 deal for you guys. That's also, we've got that going on right now. If you want to sign up for Makers Gonna Learn, for example, if you want to use the fonts and the cut files that we're going to be using today to make our labels and things like that, you can also sign up for $1. Listen, easy peasy, $1. I mean, I don't even know what you can get these days for $1, because you sure can't get a drink. You can't get a bottled water for $1 anymore. No. But you can sign up for Makers Gonna Learn. You get 20 cut files. So that brings it to 5 cents a piece, y'all. That's insane. You get unlimited access to our website for 7 days. And then after the 7 days, it does change into a monthly membership. But if you decide to sign up for $1 and you think, well, it may not be for me right now, no problem. You can just go in there and cancel anytime. But listen, it is. Kathy said cheaper than the dollar store. It truly is cheaper than the dollar store. The Dollar Tree is no longer $1. They need to call it $1.25 tree, because everything is $1.25, which, you know, that's just par for the course when it comes to inflation, unfortunately. So with that, all of that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the project that we're going to make today. So overhead, you can see that we have our address label, and I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can make your Cricut write for you. That way you don't even have to write these down. If you don't like your handwriting, you can make your Cricut write this for you. So I'm going to be teaching you all how to create your address label. I'm going to teach you all of the different things, a little bit of font pairing. We're going to add a cute little element from the Maker's Gonna Learn website. So this is going to truly make your addressing your Christmas cards so much easier. Now, while we're overhead, let's go ahead and talk about the materials that you're going to need. So first thing we're going to talk about is sticker paper. Now, I know a lot of people think, oh, if I'm making addresses, I have to have it on the actual address labels. No, no, no. You can just take your regular sticker paper and we can cut all of these out. You don't have to have designated address labels for this. You can make your own. So our absolute favorite sticker paper is going to be the Zykoto. We are using the matte. You can find this. It should be linked down below. If for some reason it is not, we will add that to the description, but it should be linked down below. The matte is my favorite. I love the matte. Now, the only thing is if you are using the matte, I think the matte sticker paper is great for like paper crafting and things like that. It is not as durable, like waterproof as the others, but y'all, we're making address labels today, so it doesn't need to be, but it is still great. It is very water resistant. It is phenomenal, but just FYI, if you are like wanting to put it on water bottles or things like that, the shiny does hold up to water just a little bit better, but I still really, really like the matte. Okay, so you just looking at this, 2, 4, 20 address labels, and I swear I think we could get at least 4 more. If not, I don't know that we could get 2 right here, but you could get more on this side. So we are going to get the absolute most out of 1 page of sticker paper as we can for today's project, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Okay, so but even if you don't, this is 20 per page, y'all. That's phenomenal. Like you can do 20 and for 1 page of sticker paper, that's crazy. So sticker paper is a must. The next thing you're gonna need is going to be a mat. We're just using our favorite Nicapa mat today. This is a light grip mat. And then of course you're going to need your envelopes that you're gonna be using, and you are going to need a pen. Now it doesn't have to be a Cricut brand pen. Just in case you all didn't know, you can use other brand pens in your Cricut. It just might take a different adapter. But I do know, like, for example, the Crayola felt tip markers, the skinny ones, are pretty much the exact same size as the Cricut pens and can be used in your Cricut. So just some type of pen to write. We are going to be using the Cricut pen today. This is going to be it's a fine tip. It's the 0.4 tip in black. You can use whatever color. I'm pretty sure Alicia made this and it was like a pink or a red. So whatever floats your boat, but you are going to need some type of Cricut pen. Okay? So now that we have gone over all of the supplies that you're going to need, let's talk about, we'll go ahead and hop over to Design Space, and we're going to talk about the fonts. We're going to talk about the cut files and everything, and I'm going to show you a couple tricks. You all know me. I can't do a live without showing you some tricks and hacks and things like that. So let's go ahead and hop over to Design Space, and you know what? We're just going to go ahead and start creating our labels and envelopes. Okay, so you can see here we already have this on our canvas, but I want to build it from the ground up and show you exactly how to do this. So the first thing you're going to need to do, and I've said this after telling you to go to our share screen, but the very first thing you're going to need to do before you do anything is you're going to need to measure your envelope. Okay, So it's very important that you measure your envelope because not all envelopes are the same. So this one specifically, we're looking at 5 3/4 by 4 1/4 looks like. It's actually a little more than 4 1/4. It looks like it's 4 3/8, but we just need a general idea. So this is, yeah, 5 3/4. So let's go back to Design Space. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna grab my shape. We're just gonna grab a square. I'm gonna pull it over here. I'm gonna make sure that I unlock that square before I type anything in because we are wanting to type in. This is one of the things that is my absolute favorite when it comes to Design Space is being able to type in exact numbers. If you all have been around the channel, you know that I am a numbers girly, so I love getting exact numbers instead of just sizing. If this was Alicia, she would have unlocked it and sized it this way. Me, I'm typing this bad boy in. So we said it was 5 3/4, 5.75, and we said the height was, it was a little more than 4 1/4. Did I type in 25? I did.
Oh.
Oh, goodness gracious. There we go. That's what we're wanting. And I said my height was 4. It's a little more than 4, and I think it's 4 3/75. Not 24, just 4. Just 4. Okay. Beautiful. It's a little bit smaller than that one, but it's okay. We're all good. So now what you're gonna do, you can change the color depending on what color your envelopes are. The envelopes we're gonna be working with are pink. So we're just gonna change this to pink. Beautiful, okay? So the next thing that we're gonna do is we are going to start the process of building our return label, okay? So this is what I wanted to show you, a little trick. I did not create this actual project, Alicia did. But if this has happened to you, did you know that even after you flatten so this is the address label, and I'm just gonna make it bigger so we can see this. Right off the bat, y'all, can't tell you what font that is, no clue. Once again, can't tell you what font that is. Did you know that even after you flatten a sticker, you can hit, you can right click on your image. So over here on here, you can right click on your image, go down to image info, and look, it shows you what font we're using. This says Font Joy and this says Font Arial, but that shouldn't be right. But it does tell you which two fonts. So let's go back and let's unflatten and see which one it's saying is Arial. So right click. I don't know why it's not showing me image info. Let's try it this way. What? Oh, because it's just already it tells us. So this font is Joy. Okay. This is why. And it says that font is Arial, meaning that it's probably not downloaded on this specific computer. But you know what? I'm going to show you how we can find a similar font. And then we'll go from there. Beautiful. So first font we're going to be using is Joy. So let's go over to Maker's Gonna Learn. Let's go to fonts. This is a very blocky font. So one thing that I do want to talk about is font pairing. So when it comes to pairing your fonts, as you can see here in Design Space, your name or your family name, if you want, it's going to be bigger, so it's going to look better if it is a scripty calligraphy type font. And a lot of times you don't want to pair two different script or calligraphy fonts together. You want to have a bold, blocky font paired with a handwriting font. So we know that Joy is going to be our standard basic font. So let's go back to the website. We're going to type in Joy. And here it is. Now to download fonts, what you're going to do from our website, you're going to click this arrow pointing down. And then we are going to double click it. We're going to unzip it. We're going to double click it again and then install this font. Once that font is installed, we're going to go back to our website. And here is the cool thing. If you know that you want a script style font, but you don't want to go through every single font that we have on our website, you can go to font style. So this is where you can search. I would probably start with hand lettered first. Actually, let's start with script fonts. Let's go to script. We're just going to search all of our script fonts, and you can see we have so many different script fonts. Let's see. Actually, I think it might be Maverick, looking at that and going back to Design Space. And oh, it's Maverick. It's for sure Maverick. It's okay. We found it. So we're going to be using this Maverick 2. Once again, we're going to download it here. We're going to double click it to unzip and then install the font. Love it. And now we're going to go back to our website, and here is where you really get to add your own personal touch. We're going to go to our cut file section, and now we're going to sort this into our Christmas section. So let's go up to our Christmas section, and now we can really look at all of the different Christmas files that we have. And let me just go to at least 90. At least 90 a page, and you can search all of the different, well, that is not, we want 90, and we want Christmas, 90 Christmas, search. Beautiful. So, and it's still saying it's fall. Y'all, that ain't Christmas fonts. That's not Christmas files. Let's try it again, Christmas. Okay, that's still not Christmas.
Better. What?
Fall in love is not Christmas, but it's okay. So anyway, going to your Christmas section, you can choose what little additive, like we have the little puppy, I think it looks like a pug. It's either a pug or an English bulldog, I don't know. Hole in the wreath in its mouth, that's what's on our address label. But you can choose from any of the files that we have on here to add to your address labels. I think this little guy is super cute.
That's adorable, I love that.
But I have in mind the one that I think I would really like. That one would be very cute on an address label. I think that would be beautiful. All of these that would be super cute. The Merry and Bright, yeah, there really is so many, but there is one specifically from last year that I think would be beautiful with this color envelope, and I'm just gonna search for it. These were probably my favorite Christmas cut files from last year. It's a snow globe, but let's see if it pulls it up. It's like let me just type in snow globe and see if it pulls it up. I know Jessica says there's too many to pick from. That's not the one I'm thinking of either. Let me try snow globe with 2 separate words. This is the one that I was thinking of. Or this one, the snow globe Christmas trees. These are the ones that I was thinking of with this pink envelope. That would be beautiful. Oh, now I don't know which one I like. I like the one with the sleigh, but I think I'm gonna do the Christmas trees just because I just really love the Christmas trees, but I love the van too.
They're all so cute. How can you pick?
I don't know. Like this is the hardest part about creating things is picking the files that I like the best. Because I think they're all so cute. Really and truly, you could do, if you couldn't pick, you could actually make 3 or 4 with different things on them. So let's just download them all.
That's such a good idea.
That one. I'm going to download that one. I like the stockings and I like the sleigh. So we're just going to do them all. Now we are going to make sure that we unzip all of these real quick. The van and the trees. Beautiful. Once you have unzipped your files, we're going to go back to Design Space. And we are going to, and I'm actually going to select all of these and I'm going to size this back down, place it over here so it's not in our way. We are going to upload the files that we want. So I'm going to go to upload. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I've not already uploaded these. So I'm just going to type in snow globe here to see if they're already downloaded. See, 2 of them already are. So we're just going to add these 2 to Canvas and then we're going to go back to our downloads. We'll go to view. We'll actually size both of these down real quick. Now we're going to go back to upload and we had the van and the trees. So now we need to go to upload image and we need to do the stocking. Oh, I must have unzipped it in our Finder. Or here, let's just do it from here. Let's go to cancel, go back to Finder. This is one of my favorite ways to add files to Cricut Design Space is dragging and dropping. So we already have the Christmas tree, we have the van. We need the socks first. We always upload complex when we are doing print and cut images. Add this to Canvas. We are doing print and cut, upload that. And then before I add both of those to Canvas, I'm just going to upload this other one. We did the Christmas trees. The sleigh was the last one. Beautiful, complex, continue. We don't need to erase anything. It is a print and cut image, upload that, and then I'm going to select them both and add them to Canvas. Lovely. Once again, they're going to come in very large. We're just going to size these down and bring them over here. Okay? Now, I am going to be making our address label pretty large at first, and then we will size it down to the way that we want it, just so you guys can see this a lot easier, okay? So the first thing that we need is we need to grab our shape, and we're going to grab this guy here, okay? I'm gonna unlock it, and I'm just kind of going to stretch this out. Once again, like I said, we're gonna be making this pretty large at first, and then we will size it down, okay? So, first thing you want to do, I'm gonna change this to white because our labels are gonna be white. And then I'm going to bring this to front and size it down and place it here on our label, here in this corner, like that, okay? And then I'm just going to duplicate this 3 more times because, like I said, we are going to be making all different ones with all of the different snow globes, because who doesn't like all of the different snow globes? Beautiful. Sizing that down. Now I did bring it to front, I don't know if you all caught that. There are a couple different ways that you can bring things to the front of your canvas. Did you know this? Personally, I knew that there were, but I did not start using them until the other day. And y'all, it is a game changer when it comes to creating things and designing things in a hurry. Let's just say it that way. So for example, this is, you can see on the layers panel, it is behind your label, okay? Now, there are 2 or 3 different ways you can do this. The first way you can do this is you can come up here to arrange and you can hit bring to front. Beautiful, lovely. I'm sure that's how the majority of us do that. But did you know there are other ways you can do that? So here we have our snow globe in the very back. Did you know that you can toggle on here between there and bring it to front and back? Y'all, are you seeing this?
That's a crazy hack.
Did you know that? Okay, the next way that I have found that is my favorite, so let's bring it all the way back, which I'm a shortcut key girly through and through. Like, they're my favorite. I just like working with shortcut keys really, really quickly. So let's go overhead. Shortcut keys, now they are gonna be a little different between a Mac and a PC, but it's going to be very, very similar. And actually, I think, so the command key on Mac is going to be pretty much the same as your control key on a Windows. So to bring it to front with your shortcut keys, if you're on a Mac, it's command. If you're on a PC, I'm pretty sure it's control. And I think it might be control alt and then your shortcut key, but for Mac, it's command, and then this guy over here brings it either front, and this one takes it back. So this side and this side, and go back to our share screen. So now that we're at our share screen, I'm bringing it forward. Watch the layers panel over here, okay? You see how it's moving up? And then I'm hitting the other one and I'm taking it back. Y'all, that just blows my mind, okay? Okay, so Tina said, no, it's just control. Okay, I knew sometimes, I used to be a Windows user, and I knew sometimes it was control alt something, but I couldn't remember with Design Space if it was control alt or just control. So Windows, it's the control key. Mac, it's the command key. They do the same thing. But y'all, keyboard shortcuts, if you're not using keyboard shortcuts, like Control C and then Control V for copy and paste, like Carol said, Control D or Command D to duplicate. I mean, it's just so much easier, so much easier. Okay, that's it. Control Alt Delete takes you to the task manager. I remember that now. So anyway, Donna asked, is there a cheat sheet for shortcut keys? I want to say at one point we had a cheat sheet for shortcut keys in our references, but I'll have to double check that. If there's not, there needs to be, like yesterday, because shortcut keys really are a game changer when you are designing. Okay, so now we have all of our snow globes placed where we want them. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our text. So we said we were using Maverick. Here's another thing, if you are working with new fonts that you forgot, you haven't downloaded onto your computer and you're in the middle of working on a project, before you reload your canvas to get that new font into Cricut Design Space, you need to always save your project. So I'm gonna save where I'm at right now, okay? I'm gonna come up here to view and we're gonna reload Cricut Design Space because I did download that Maverick font. It was not on our computer, so I have to download or reload Cricut Design Space to be able to recognize, for it to pull in that new font. So now that we're back here, we're going to grab our text. We're gonna go over to our fonts, to our system fonts, and we're gonna type in Maverick. There it is, beautiful. And then you're just gonna type in your family name. Now this can be the McCoy family or the Lewis family, or you can just do Lewis family. This is really going to be your preference. So you just play around with it. The McCoy family, we'll see what it looks like. I may not, see, I just feel like that's a little long. So let's just do McCoy family. Beautiful. Now we're just gonna size that up. And this is where you can really play around with what color you want it to be. So we're gonna change it. I think this pink color complements, or do we want it? I don't want yellow. No, let's do pink. Yeah, let's do pink. And we're gonna see how it looks when we flatten it, because you all know that sometimes a font is gonna look a little different when you flatten it, okay? But yes, Lynn said shortcut keys are also shown next to the action in Design Space. That is correct. So for example, here at Arrange, this here is going to be your shortcut keys. So for example, on a Mac, it's Command and then the left bracket. But if you want to send it all the way to back, you hit the up arrow with Command and the bracket. But I just like to toggle back and forth between. I don't necessarily always send it all the way back or all the way front that way, but it is. It's possible. So now that we have that in there, we're now going to grab another, no, we're not gonna go to upload, we're gonna go to cancel. We're gonna grab another text box. Remember, the second text that we're using is joy. So we're gonna grab this, and this is where you're just going to type in your address. So 123 Christmas Lane. Bring this down. It is going to, and then from there, I'm just going to enter North Pole. Beautiful. Although I think that's supposed to be Alabama.
I was about to say North Pole.
I was thinking Alaska. We'll put North Pole, Tennessee, because we know that's not a place. Okay. And then you're just gonna size that down and place it where you want it. Now, one thing you can do, if you would like, we're gonna bring this up just a hair right there. We might even size our snow globe down just a little bit, okay? So what you can do is we're going to select both of these layers, and I'm just going to align them and make sure that they are centered horizontally. You can see that they were. We love that. And then you can move them down. And now that while you have them both selected, what you can do, shortcut keys again, Command or Control D, duplicate that. Once again, we're gonna have to size this down just a little bit. Bring this in. And I might as well just go ahead and size all of these down just a smidgen, because I have a feeling they're all gonna be a little too big. And then select them both again. Whoops. Duplicate, arrange it, and then duplicate again. Now, if you are just doing one image, you could have stopped up here and not duplicated all of this stuff, okay? So, if you were just, like I said, if you were just doing one image, you just need to do the one. Now, the next thing is going to be very, very important. If you are doing address labels with multiple images on it, my mind automatically thinks, oh, well, let's just go and grab them all and flatten them. That would be a good idea, because you could just flatten them all in one easy go. However, that's gonna flatten them all together, and you don't want that, okay? So first thing, you want to just flatten each label individually. That way you can move it out of the way, come back in here, flatten this guy, and then come over here and flatten this guy. Now, one other thing that I want to show you guys is, if for some reason you flatten, say, a color that you don't think is gonna pop off, like it doesn't show up as well, and you really like that black outline, I actually covered this in a hack video that we released the other day, but I want to show you guys again because I think it's just so cool that we can do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate that McCoy family right there, and let's just say I wanted a black outline around this. I'm gonna come up here and change it to a pen function. We're gonna put it on the fine point black, okay? We're gonna bring it down here. I'm going to select that. Actually, we'll just keep it here, and then I'm going to select both of these, and I'm going to center these together, and then I'm going to attach them, okay? Just for right now, I'm just attaching them so that I can move them together here. But now wait, we're gonna select all of this and flatten it together. And look, you get that black outline around that color, so it looks a lot different. For this specific one, I don't think it looks that great. I still think it looks really good here, but just in case you all didn't know that, if you still want a black outline around a flattened text, you can do that. So I'm just gonna unflatten. I'm actually going to, is that the one? Nope, it was the other one. This one, beautiful. Select them all, flatten them back together. Okay, so now we have our labels here. Now what we want to do is I'm going to just take one of these and we'll zoom in, and I'm going to size this one to the size that we need for our envelope, okay? So we'll just make this an even 2.25. Beautiful. And now what we can do is we can select all of these and make them 2.25, and they all size down to the, actually, that's 2, that's 2, that's 2. I want it a little bigger. I'm just gonna size these, 2.25. Lovely. 2.25. Oh, so we didn't, so you all didn't know you could, oh, what did I just do? Are you serious? Where am I at? Where am I at? There I am, okay. Okay, 2.25. If you all didn't know that, first of all, go check out that video. It's the Bet You Didn't Know You Could Do This in Design Space. I really go into more depth and detail on how to do that, so definitely check that out. Okay, so now we have, whoa. Ooh. So now we have all of our address labels here, but now we need, this is gonna be extra. So if you just wanna stop at address labels, y'all, you're just gonna go to make it, you're gonna print them out, we're gonna cut them. But if you want to take it to the next step and you want to have your Cricut actually write your address on there for you, this is what you need to do. So this font is the Cynthia Sketch font. Once again, this can be found on our website. It is, you can choose any sketch font. Sorry, I had to take a drink. So let's go to our website. Oh, that's Cricut. And this is gonna be great, especially for our friends who might be here who are not members. I want to show you our sketch fonts. So these fonts are fonts that you all can actually use to write with your Cricut. So if you haven't had it, or if you didn't know, used to the only fonts that you could actually write without having an outline was Cricut fonts. Cricut had sketch fonts. But we discovered how we could create sketch fonts as well so that you can write with your Cricut and not have to have Cricut access. And you can see all of these sketch fonts that we have. Like Vespa is one of my favorite sketch fonts. I love the Albuquerque as well, but there's so many really cool sketch fonts that you can choose from. The one that we had today is Cynthia Sketch. I don't know if you would want to, but can you flatten this into addresses too? So that's gonna be if you wanted to create labels for the send to. If you were doing it on like white envelopes, you could create this, flatten it, it would look beautiful. But we're gonna teach you how to write with your Cricut and have your Cricut actually write on your address label. So I'm just gonna pull this over here. Now, this is going to be where you need to really pay attention. So you can do this on multiple envelopes at one time. So let's just do, I'll do two. So, and we'll do both of these. I'm gonna zoom out, okay? We're gonna pull this down here and we're gonna pull this down here, okay? So I'm gonna show you how you can do it on multiple envelopes at a time. So first thing we're gonna do is we're going to, let's center these, beautiful, and I'm gonna attach them, okay? Same thing with this one. We're going to center and attach. Now, the next thing that you need to do, because this is a basic cut, we don't want anything to cut. We're just gonna be placing our pre-made envelopes onto our mat. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna change it to score, okay? Same thing with this one. I'm changing it from a basic cut to a score, okay? So now that we have done that, we are ready to hit make it. I'm going to hide this little guy first. What happened? Hide that. Hide all of this, okay? Hide this. Now, we're gonna go to make it. And it's gonna sort this onto projects. I'm gonna change this to 8.5 by 11. Now, look at this, guys. This is how you can do multiple envelopes at the same time. So we changed that to a score function, right? So what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna actually have I'm gonna start the process and I'm gonna have the Cricut write, and then we'll go back and make our labels and print. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your envelope and you're gonna line it up here where it says on your mat. So this one, it says we need to leave a little bit of room on the top and the bottom, just like with anything, and it is actually lined up perfectly with the 6-inch mark on your mat. So we're gonna make sure we line it up with the 6 inches there. And then our second envelope is gonna go just right down below it. Once again, lined up with our 6-inch mark, because if you look, go back to our share screen. If you look on our share screen there, you can see how it's lined up here perfectly on the 6 inches. So we're going to leave it there. Where's my grid at? There it is. And actually, I've got this one lined up on the 9, but it's showing that it's a little bit below it. So I'm just gonna take this off just a little. We're gonna pull it down just a hair, about right there. Beautiful. Okay. So now that we have these on our mat, we're gonna go over to our Cricut, and we're actually gonna take our fine point blade out of clamp B, and we're gonna hit continue. It is, we're gonna do this on medium cardstock. Actually, you know what, we don't have to take our fine point blade out, but you can. Now, you can see that I had the score pen here. I'm actually just gonna take it out. I'm gonna put my fine point blade back in there because it's not even gonna use the fine point blade. And then if you look at let's go back to share screen. It says that it's going to score first. So that's why I took that scoring stylus out, and this is how you can do this with multiple and you know they're lined up perfectly. So back over here to our Cricut, we're gonna load this in. It's going to recognize. No, Teresa, you don't want the same recipient. I just duplicated it. What you would do is you're just going to change out those addresses and put a new address on it. Whoa! You also may want to tape this down. Let's find us some tape real quick. give me 2 seconds and I'm gonna run out and grab a piece of washi tape and we're gonna tape this down. Now you can use washi tape, you can use masking tape, whatever. But we are gonna tape this down just to make sure that they stay on there because it does have a little bit of extra on the back. And it was catching this corner, so let's tape this corner as well. Beautiful. Okay, so we have this tape down and we are going to send it through our Cricut. For some reason our star wheels aren't over there. Okay, so it's saying that it's gonna style or score it. We don't have the scoring stylus, so it's not gonna do anything. It's just going to actually it's gonna skip the step. So you see how it's just going where the edge of the envelope is, not doing anything. But we're gonna go ahead and get our pen ready because it's gonna tell us to now insert the pen. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna load this into clamp A, and then we're gonna hit play. Yes, I understand that we still have ads. We're still working on it.
I'm honestly surprised this is the first ad though. We're like 40 minutes in and this is the first one. So.
Yep, I mean, it has been worse, but we are still trying to understand and turn ads off. We understand that y'all don't want ads on lives. We don't want ads on lives either. So sorry about that. I will remind our team that works with the YouTube to check that again. Michelle asked which tape works better. Really and truly, it depends on the type of material that you're working with. If you're working with a thicker material, I would use painter's tape. This, we're working with paper, so washi tape comes off of paper pretty well. And honestly, I knew exactly where the washi tape was and I didn't have to search for it. So that's why I picked this washi tape. Masking tape also works really well with paper. It comes off pretty easily. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's putting it exactly where it needs to go on that envelope. I couldn't think. But yeah, so let's talk about how you would do this. So you would have to create multiple, you would have to put multiple addresses. Like I said, I just duplicated that one address and put it on the second one just to show you how you could do 2 at a time. You could put, you're not gonna have room if you're working with the size envelope that we're working with, which is a, let's double check that. It was a like 5 3/4 by about like 4 1/2. You're not gonna be able to fit a 3rd envelope on the bottom, but you would be able to fit a 3rd on the side. So you could do 3 at a time on this and let the Cricut write it for you. So you could do it on the side. There's no room on the bottom, it would have to be on the side, but yes, there is enough room to do that on the side. And this is the only thing with this is it does take it a few minutes to write, but if you hate your handwriting, I mean, you can be doing other things while you're letting the Cricut do this work, you know? Does anybody have any questions about our craft so far? And also, I want to see, yes, April said you could use a 24-inch mat. You absolutely can use a 24-inch mat. That way you get a lot in one go. That would be great. I want you all, if we have anybody here that is new to our channel, new to Maker's Gonna Learn, I want you to drop me an emoji because I want to see how many new people we have with us. How many people do we have with us Just period. Like, how many people do we have watching?
We have 193. It's been this way the whole video. We've had a good, steady crowd with us.
Wow. That's a pretty good amount. Oh, look at this, y'all. Let's go overhead. Look how beautiful and how easy that was.
I wish my handwriting looked like that.
I mean, don't we all?
That's amazing.
Don't we all? So, yes, this is a fine point Cricut pen. That is correct. This is the black one. You all can see how easy the washi tape comes off. Does not damage your envelopes at all. Now, you may not have to tape your envelopes down. I just had, the Cricut caught it. So I think it's just add a little bit of tape just so it doesn't work out. Okay, so we've got a few people that are new here with us. Welcome, welcome. Love to see it. Love to have you all here with us. Hope you've learned something, first of all. So yeah. So I adore this. I adore this. But we're not even done. We're about to make our address labels. So let's go back to Design Space. And we are going to, actually, before we send it to printer, we're going to multiply. So we're going to do project copies. Oh, I bet I'm not going to be able to because I started that one. Let's go to cancel. Okay. So did you guys know that you can multiply everything by going to project copies? So because we have 4 of these together, just know that it's going to multiply. If I hit 2, it's going to give me 8. If I hit 3, it's going to give me 12. So that's because I have 4 different designs. Now, if I only had 1, you would type in 20 and it would give you 20 on a page. So just keep that in mind. So let's say we've got 4, we said we could fit 20, that would be 5 project copies. Let's try 24 and we're gonna put 6 project copies. Boom. Did you see how quickly that did that? Now it is gonna multiply your project copies down here, but we've already done that, so we don't need to worry about that. One thing I would do is I would do my address labels completely separate from my envelopes because you want to be able to do your project copies, okay? So something else we're gonna do, we're gonna move these. And I said 1, 2, 3, this is only fitting 9. Alicia had 10. Maybe hers were smaller. It doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to move these around and manipulate. Now it is going to be a little harder because they are white. So let's zoom in. But you can still see the outline of where they're at. Also, fun fact, did you guys know you could move multiple at one time?
Oh, snap.
Because I sure didn't.
Oh, snap.
Watch this. You can even rotate multiple at a time.
What?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I learned that the other day. So we're gonna rotate them and move them over here so that they don't get lost behind here. I don't know why it keeps doing that. And then we're gonna hit the 3 little dots. Come on, we're gonna hit the 3 little dots. Haha, move object. Move them to this and confirm. Ha!
Oh my goodness.
Look at that. Now, I don't understand why it's putting it, oh, I guess it's because this one's down here. So let's move this guy down here. Move this over here. We've got one more back there. And why does it keep pushing it down?
Come on, Design Space.
Oh.
Okay.
What in the world? See, this is why, honest to goodness, Design Space sometimes, like they don't allow you. See, this doesn't make sense to me. How one of them will fit and then one of them won't. It's being like glitchy. But just know, guys, that you all can move things around on your mat and make them fit. Like Design Space will tell you, no, you can't. Don't let Design Space, don't let them do that to you, because you sure can. You sure can. Oh, there's one down here. There it is. That might have been why it wasn't letting us turn one right here. Yeah, that's it. See? Anyway, y'all get you get what I'm trying to do, right? Like, it's not gonna fit down there. You know what? We're just gonna get rid of that guy. We're just gonna get rid of him. Hide selected. So if you manipulate this a little more, you can fit quite a few on here, okay? So what we're gonna do is we are going to, I'm gonna zoom back out. Boop. You can still fit more, just so you know. We're gonna continue. We are going to send this to our printer. We are using the Canon TS8100 series today. I'm not gonna use bleed because this is a white offset. This is like a white sticker, so we don't need to use bleed, but we always use system dialog, especially if you are new and you are creating print and cut images. You always want to use your system dialog, okay? So we're gonna hit print. It's gonna pop up behind here. Sometimes it will pop up in front of it depending on what type of computer you're using. We are using the TS8100 series today. We always like to feed from the rear tray. That's just our personal preference. And then we're just going to leave it at auto select. Now, if you are doing this on glossy paper, I would highly suggest you using photo paper, but because this is matte paper, we can just do it as auto select, and we always print on best quality. Okay, so we're gonna send that to our printer, and while that is printing, I will go out there and get those here in a minute, but while that is printing, for those that are new, if you think that you have learned a lot in today's live, this is nothing compared to what we have in our membership. We teach you everything you need to know about getting your Cricut out of the box, getting use out of it, because obviously you've already made an investment in your machine. So we just like to help you get the most out of your investment. But if you are new and you just want to check us out and you're just like, I'm not sure, Lauren, like I may not like your teaching style, that's fine. You may not. You may learn better from someone else, and I praise that. But if you do want to try us out, you can try us out for $1, y'all. You get unlimited access to our website. You get access to the Master Your Cricut in 30 days. You get access to all of the cut files and fonts. Now you can download 20. Once you reach your 20 downloads, you can't download any more. But if you decide to become a member after that, you have unlimited downloads. It's pretty awesome. But you also get access to our Facebook group if you sign up for $1. So that's a kind of a big deal. I don't know about you all, but I feel like that's kind of a big deal. But anyway, I'm gonna go grab our stickers. Hopefully they've already printed, and I will be right back. Oh, you know what? They haven't. That's okay.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Right?
They haven't. We're going to try this one more time. We're going to go back.
I could grab them for
you.
Yeah,
you grab that for me. We're going to try this one more time. We're going to use system dialog. Also, Christine says the master classes are amazing. Yes, I do love our master classes. I think they are amazing. We actually have a master class coming up this week on Thursday. So if you do sign up for dollar deals, you also get access to that master class. Super fun. Love that.
I don't think it's doing anything out here.
Yeah, I think it's doing the same thing it did the other day.
Would you like me to bring you your computer?
Let's try this one more time.
Okay.
And make sure that it is the right printer, because I feel like we have maybe 85, nope. Series 2, maybe it's this one.
This one out here says 8120.
Yeah.
So.
It says it's preparing. I saw it down here. Okay, let's try it now. Feed from rear tray. And let's keep our fingers crossed. Ah, I hear it. Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah. So, does anyone have any questions as of right now for what we're doing? While we're waiting on that to print and come in, Sadie will bring that in for us. You know what I want to know? I want to know if you guys are dressing up for Halloween, and if you are dressing up for Halloween, what are you dressing up as? Because, and I don't want to steal, I'm not going to steal anybody's idea. Y'all know I'm not going to steal ideas. But I have like 3 more events that I get to dress up for. And yeah. Tina, thank you. I actually made this hat this weekend. I was in a really, really crafty mood. And I saw this hat, I saw a similar hat being sold on like TikTok or Instagram, and I was gonna buy one from this girl that makes them, and I was like, oh, those are so cute. I'm just gonna buy them. I'm gonna support. I'm gonna do the thing. And I went to buy, and it was $65. $65 for a similar hat. And as artists, like, I know that we have to, but they sold, like, her hat sold out in like no time flat. So like she got her hat sold out. But you all know, I feel like you all are crafty too, and you all know that if you see something and you're like, I could totally make that, you have to totally make that. Which my style, what I've created, is a completely different than her style. I still love them both, but you know, I'm partial to my style.
Welcome to Inner Circle, Michelle.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Okay, so scroll up, because people are telling us what they're going to be for Halloween. I asked them. First of all, Kathy asked, did you flatten the label? Yes, ma'am, I did flatten the label. Just go down. I'm good. We're good.
Good.
Yeah. So if you've missed something, make sure to go watch the replay. Megan needs an idea. Give me something simple. Taylin says the female doctor on Doctor Who.
Okay.
I love that. Mary is just making a skeleton shirt with glow-in-the-dark HTV. Love that. Jill, a skeleton onesie. So yeah, I love that. I'm just going to tell you guys what me and my sister and my son dressed up as this weekend, because we did have an event this weekend. And let me just say, I put this costume together. I had no clue what I was going to be. Remember when I left on Friday, I left a 30 minutes or so minutes early. I went to Goodwill.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I don't know what I'm going to be. So I went to Goodwill and I just looked around and it spoke to me. I found all of that at Goodwill. Except for the wig. I had to buy the wig. But
it was beautiful. It was a work of art.
It was so good. I'll have to post it in the MGL Facebook. I was Ron Burgundy from Anchorman. My sister was Veronica Corningstone, and then I made Asher dress up as Brick Tamlin. But I swear, I think, because he won the Halloween costume contest, I think that they thought he was Dwight Schrute. Because looking back, I'm like, you look like Dwight Schrute. You don't look like Brick Tamlin from Anchorman. But anyway.
That's hilarious.
I'm also thinking about dressing up as Old Greg.
Who's Old Greg?
If you don't know who Old Greg is, you need to look it up on YouTube. It was back when YouTube was in its infancy. It actually wasn't on YouTube. It was on a TV show. I just remember watching it on YouTube, and it was from like middle school, high school days, and I used to walk around saying, I'm Old Greg. Anyway, I don't know about you all. Have you ever drank Bailey's from a shoe? But that's, you just need to watch it. You just need to watch it. Anyway. somebody asked another question, but I don't remember. Okay, we're gonna go back. Let's go back to Design Space. We're cutting our labels. We're gonna cut this on the printable sticker paper. I have been having issues with my Cricut cutting all the way through. I wasn't ready for you to do that. I don't know why you did that, because I wasn't ready for you. Because I'm gonna put it on less pressure. Less pressure. Because like I said, this is what happened with that same setting. We'll go overhead. You can see it cut all the way through. I don't want it to cut all the way through. So we're gonna do it on less pressure this time. Okay, we're gonna hit play. But I'm thinking about doing that, and then I'm also, I don't know, I'm a big, like I love SNL from back in the day. So I really thought about trying to find something to dress up as Rosanna Dana. I know some of my people on here is going to know. Sadie, you probably don't know.
I have no clue, but I know any costume you come up with is going to be just glorious. It's guaranteed.
Oh, so Tracy said, oh my God, my daughter was obsessed with Old Greg. It drove us nuts. Yes, I also drove my mother nuts with that, quoting that all the time. So, what's a good hat to sublimate on, like a beanie? I would just find a beanie that has a high polyester count and use that. Everybody's, listen, I love Rosanna. I really wanted to do that church lady, yes. I really wanted to do Rosanna Dana, and I wanted Asher to be Matt Foley. That's Chris Farley dressed up in a van down by the river. He's obsessed. My child is, I feel like I've done a good job parenting my child, because he's 9 and he's obsessed with Chris Farley and David Spade and all things old school. We also thought about doing Smokey and the Bandit, and me dressing up as Sally Fields from Smokey and the Bandit. I don't know. So there's just a lot of things out there that I'm still tossing around in my mind what I want to do. I also love the Kristen wig, which this is not as much old school SNL. It's more of when I was in school, but we'll talk about it in a minute. Okay, so we did less pressure and it still cut through. I don't know, we're gonna have to work with our settings, because when Cricut did their update, they did, I don't know what happened, but it's cutting through our Zykoto paper now, and we don't need that. I mean, sometimes it's nice, but not all the time. But anyway, super quick, super fun way to make lots of return address labels and not spend so much money.
Ruth, this video will be available for replay
yes.
on the YouTube channel.
Yes, it will be available for replay. So now, once you have done that, you're just going to take your sticker, the backing off of your sticker. And this is, y'all, this is the reason why I personally don't like it to be cut all the way through, because I have nails. So it's hard for me to get this backing off if it's not like on the paper. But you're just going to take the backing off, place it on your thing, and look how toot.
Oh my goodness.
Look how toot. I love it. I love it. Yes, Kathy says Men in Black would be a good one. Asher also loves that movie. We might do that for, I don't know. But anyway, the other one that I thought about dressing up as was a Kristen Wiig character, and I don't remember her name, but she wears the red tracksuit, and she pulls her tracksuit way up, and she says, I can kick, I can stretch, and I'm 50. Anyway, that's one of my favorites too. Sorry. We're off on a tangent talking about Saturday Night Live and Halloween costumes. So, if you all have any questions about the project, now would be a great time to ask those. I would love to answer your questions. Yes, Tina said you can also make the font larger than the ones you order as well. And you can really customize it and make it your own. That is why I love it. Is it Penelope? That might be her name. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've watched it. Can you please repeat what cut settings you use for the labels to not have them cut all the way through? Mel's, it actually did cut all the way through for that one for some reason. They're still hanging on, but it did cut all the way through. I'm gonna have to play around with our cut settings. Let's go to material settings, and I want to go to printable. Okay, so printable sticker paper, it's cutting at a pressure of 230 now.
Oh my goodness.
What? Printable sticker paper white, green liner, that's at a 105. Maybe that's what we need to cut on. It doesn't need to be this. It needs to be printable, because where Cricut came out with their materials as well, it's now changed everything. So I think we need to star that one and take that one off. It needs to be the green liner printing, because if you looked, Molly Shannon, that's it. I love Molly. That's who played. It was Molly Shannon. It wasn't Kristen Wiig. Sorry, guys. Superstar is also one of my favorites. I love Molly Shannon, Superstar. Anyway, I would try the printable sticker paper, the green liner, and do that. Okay? Oh, we will show that on a different one, Tina. I feel like I've done a lot of hacks and tricks, so I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save that, and we may do that tomorrow. So come back tomorrow, and I'll show you how to make your own custom settings. As always, if you are new here and you want to have all of these fonts and cut files, try us out for $1. You get unlimited access to our website for 7 days. 20 downloads brings it to 5 cents a download. Mind blown. You get access to our Facebook group and everything. Why didn't you have the Cricut write the return labels at the same time you wrote the address labels? Because I wanted to have the actual stickers so that I can make lots and lots and lots of them and probably keep them year over year. But you can if you want to. That is totally up to you. You can do that. All you would do, take that sketch font, put it up in the top, and attach it all together with the score line on the outside. Okay? But like I said, try us out for $1, unlimited access for 7 days, then you move into a monthly member if you do not cancel within that 7 days. But I will see you guys back here tomorrow, where we're gonna be making truly amazing Dollar Tree crafts. You're gonna be blown away with what this looks like after you're done, okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow at 1:30. Bye, guys. Bye.